So I found out how to MOSFET a TM Scorpion. So I found out how to add this tiny Lipo battery with an additional MOSFET and without this fucking adapter. You can do this, you can just solder the battery into the adapter like that. But having a MOSFET and a connector is way cooler. So, disassembly. You just lose the grub screw, get the pin out, get the upper receiver off, get the fire selector off. This is freaking easy. Then there is a small screw here. This one you have to get out. Next up, you can grab this little plastic piece and take it out to the side. Sometimes it's sitting quite tight. And yes, then you can remove the gearbox with pulling it a little bit to the front. There is another fire selector part, and there is a part for the cutoff lever. This one you should also remove from the beginning on, because if you don't, it will jump out sometime when you're not aware of it, and you will find it somewhere, or you will lose it, or you will not be able to put it back in because you didn't notice it at first and you don't remember how it's fitted. Anyway, this is an Jeftron Micro 3 MOSFET. Tiny little thing, and we will add it to this grip. To get this grip out, we need to remove or to desolder these two wires up there, and we have to remove, of course, the fuse. Not needed anymore, but I'll save these for, I don't know, I have a lot of them. Next up, there are two screws on the grip that hold the internal stuff, and the wires actually hold it in place a little bit. So you can just move it upwards a little bit and then the wires stop you. So these have to be desoldered or cut. For your purposes, it's more easy to just cut them. Okay, but I will just show you before how complicated this switchy thing is. Ta-da! There is a lot of plates. What we are going to do now is we are going to grab this one, which we don't need anymore, and we will get the two connections to the switch and one to the black minus battery. Okay, I will just show you, cause this is hard to explain. Okay, first of all, we need to modify this a little bit. The pins that stand out here are the ones going to the motor. So all the switchy stuff happens in the grip. What we are going to do now is we grab. Okay, no, first we remove the red cable. Give me a second. Oh god, I will lose everything. Okay, I will just try to get... Oh, nice. It worked. Okay. Nice, I'm a genius. Okay, so... Anyway, what we are trying to do here is we need two signal wires. One of them needs to be connected with the red wire. Then we need a connection MOSFET motor and a connection MOSFET battery. This is a black wire. And then we just need a connection to the red wire. So, how can we achieve this? We can clearly see the switch. And we can just use one switch contact for sure, this is easy. The other one is the one with the 90-degree angle in it, this one. So there is an additional plate on here. So we can just grab it, this here, and we can, I will just check it for you. Yeah, you see it's quite loose in here, but we will just cramp this pin a little bit so we can use only one pin going upwards. The other one we will bend. At this point I'm doing a terrible mistake, and I will show you some pictures now how it should look like. What I'm doing here is I bend it to the side, and then I solder my wire to the side, which is bad. Why is this a bad idea? This is cause, yeah, the fucking body is metal, and we tend to connect to the body at this point. And that's not nice. So I'm gonna show you a few pictures how to do this, and you're not doing what I did here. So what I actually did is I got the one metal piece, I removed the complete battery connector thing, as you see, and then I just used the remaining parts to bend it down, so I got a connection from the one part from the switch and the red wire. I removed one of the battery connectors for the black wire, and that's how it looks like. We got on the right side one going to the switch, the upper one going to the switch, second one, and also going to the motor red wire. So this is a connection the MOSFET needs. So next thing may look a little bit complicated. This is a fully wired MOSFET. One small connector to the switch 1, another angle, one length of red wire just to the red connector. This is actually the point where I touch switch red wire connector, and motor of course. And then I directly soldered the MOSFET with the to the motor pin to our to the motor pin, and another length of black wire just to the MOSFET to the battery. And that's it, finished. Minimum space required. And this is where it gets interesting again. No, actually this is not interesting. I just rebuilt this thing. So I'm gonna speed it up. But stop, there may be questions. this is the switch thingy. There is a little notch which goes into a little notch. This is very easy. You will do it. Maybe you can see that. There is one way to fit this in. It feels a little bit wobbly, but it's right. Next up, this is not too intuitive. Boy, that. What terrible. Okay, so you don't feel this. First look, you would try to get it in otherwise, but yeah, it's in there with a little bit of tension, and after you put it, you have to put the right cables to the right connectors. This is crucial, otherwise you will burn your MOSFET. So, of course, we know the right connectors, yeah? Do we? Yeah, of course. The inner one was the red one, wasn't it? Huh. Yeah, it was, I guess. Anyway, we will see if this works. Alright. Next up, speedy rebuilding of Scorpion. Mighty already. So this is done, and now we're trying to do the pew pew. Actually, she looks quite nice, doesn't she? So we're gonna do a power test. This one is cut to 0.5 joules. Thank you, Germany. And you reached the end of my video. Thank you for watching, and that's the end.